Action.
Okay.
Camera B. Action.
Good. Welcome back to another episode of Bants and Rants. We're playing 30 seconds, one card. Vanaga's gonna read, we're gonna guess. Interest.
Okay. The country below us.
South Africa.
Oh, correct. It's a news channel in America.
CNN.
She got it. CNN. CBC. Okay. An artist whose last name is Nervous.
Casper.
Yeah.
The dog.
Who said Casper first?
Big lovely to
It's fine. Time.
So I got two.
What?
Yeah, I did.
I've got.
No, I said Casper and
No.
I said South Africa.
Okay, you got. Oh.
Yeah.
You said South
You
Africa.
know, some of us don't know how to play this game.
Huh?
Some of us don't know how to
And he said CNN.
You know, I don't know.
She
Boy,
said
that's
CNN.
from the ghetto. Games, no time.
What province
What?
is it? That's yo.
That's ghetto. That's Monasha behavior.
Oh, hey guys, did you hear that? That's Munasha behavior. Yo.
Okay.
Yes. I found that one. That one I found.
It's okay.
Okay, on the
Right.
topic of being ghetto, right? Do you guys feel like there's like a divide between uptown kids?
Division. Hey, now. Both tell that man.
Both work.
Go.
Yeah, you don't know English. Guess why?
Continue, bro.
Guess why?
Continue.
Okay, yeah. Anyway, do you guys feel like there's a divide between uptown kids and downtown kids?
Definitely.
Definitely, yeah, definitely.
Of course.
I can
Even
say,
social media wise.
yeah, I can say from just doing social media alone, there's always beef.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
videos I've done trying to represent, like I'll say Zim this or Zim that, but it'll be stuff related to Uptown.
Yeah.
Downtown kids in the comments will absolutely cook you.
Yeah, they'll be
with
crashing.
questions.
When we were on Zim Celebs, we did
You.
the story time about phones being stolen.
Yo.
Guys, so we told a story about how his phone was stolen.
Yeah.
In the comment section, the first thing I see is, my dogs are evil.
My dogs, yeah.
My dogs.
I saw my dogs. You're talking about some, when I met them in it.
But do people realize they actually don't speak slang like that?
I was
People in Yala don't
my
say
last they're like,
But
yeah.
I think like there's criticism from the downtown kids to the uptown kids, and criticism from the uptown kids to the downtown kids.
Nah.
Right?
Yeah,
It is there. I feel like.
How many
Ah,
times? Hey, wait,
It can
Nashi.
be there.
Okay, how many times, sorry, how many times have you gone to an event and the downtown kids there and you're like, I know it's your people, but I'm just saying.
Your
My people now. Guys, you heard that. Hey, I'm catch up my Jay.
Today you're top.
I'm Munafi, I'm your friend. This is how.
Yes, we know you're the friend. You know.
Wow. Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Hey, shoot.
Yeah, so I think like the guys from downtown are always gonna be like, hey, masala and stuff.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I feel like they feel belittled by Uptown, so they
Yeah,
have to say
exactly.
something to attack.
But those
But it's
guys
not
are
always that way.
hardcore.
Yeah,
Because when they say something, it goes here.
It goes,
Yeah, I don't know what downtown kids you're talking about, bro. Me, I'm G's with downtown owns, bro.
Which kinds?
Which kind?
No, Munash is your friend. We're not talking about him.
Yeah,
Bro, I'm just getting shot at today, bro.
no.
Yo! I'm just getting shot at.
Of course, there's
Wow.
one, right?
Yes.
But then, like, even like where I
say
say, like, if I go to Richwood or something and I'm playing basketball, like, I'm actually, it's a
Hey,
basketball.
Uptown.
No, it's not even uptown.
It's called Richwood.
Yeah, well,
This guy is just
well,
criticizing
it's called Richwood, but like, look at Woodirido, dog. What Woodirido?
I don't go there. I don't go there though. I know, I have my limits.
I think it takes a certain level of exposure to then stop criticizing people, because there's that little in between, the not uptown, not downtown.
Yeah, like me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but personally, look, let me be honest with you. Personally, I feel like it's coming from a place of hate and like, wait, let me finish, right? You see a kid having things that your parents can't have. I'm sorry to say it like that, but it's the truth. So in your head, you're like, it's more like you're bashing out your anger on this person instead of
Bashing out.
on your, you know. I'm sorry, man, but I had to say it like that.
But I don't know, Ango, because me, I don't have any beef with any ghetto people.
Nah,
I
we
feel
don't
like-
have beef.
Like, we can all be ghetto buddies, shut up.
Yeah. Nobody is special, you know.
Right. But I feel like it's also you said lost what I wanted to say. Like no, like even uptown people or even like the ones in the middle. Like for example, they're saying someone being on public transport, but it is what it is
Yeah,
at the
it
end of the
is,
day.
yes.
There's always I feel like
Facts.
and especially even if you're rich, right? You know that saying that people say and they're like what God gives you can also take. So
Yeah,
you can't
yeah,
be too much with it because then when you're dead you also have to take that music guys, you know.
Facts,
Yeah,
no,
exactly.
like, be honest.
Because life is like a bicycle,
I
bro.
was in the car.
I will come for you. It will come for you.
I was in the
Look,
car.
let me be honest.
Explain. How like
Let me be honest with you, right? If you need to get to a point where you're humble with,
You're not explaining it.
no, look.
Yeah, because they make it up and you or
Yeah.
whatever.
Because for me, if I'm stuck somewhere and I've got no money, but like I have like maybe like $1 or something, I wouldn't mind. Be like, okay, fine, let's just. My mama was like, no, I want better things for you in life. Not in a way of saying, don't be like those people. Those people like, but saying like, I want you to be,
Yeah,
but don't look down on them because they.
Yeah, because exactly.
For me, my dad, I remember like growing up, it was always, I'll pick you up, don't worry, until like in lower 6, that's when he was like, no, Anisha, you're growing up.
Please change. Sorry.
Just take it off. Just take it
My
off.
devil, she'll be
Oh, turn the TV off, damn.
Okay.
Yeah, I get you.
Okay, I was saying that when I got to lower 6, my dad was like, at some point you're gonna have to learn how to navigate the streets. Because already, I mean, being the skin tone is hard. Like, it's not hard, but like, it's annoying when you're walking in the street and someone is like, "Keda."
Oh,
You
okay,
know,
so do you-
sister, wait. Right? So
Good boy.
essentially what he's trying to teach me is to go about it and just like not care about what they're doing. Now imagine someone who has never experienced that. They're
Yeah,
gonna
they'll be
cry
traumatized.
and they'll be like, oh, I'm getting harassed, but that's just how they are.
Like Michelle, like she never really was in it, and every time a guy would call her, she would jump and run because she was kind of don't have to put her name.
Jump and run
but like.
Jump around.
Okay, so do you,
Yeah, never
experienced.
so, okay, so
if
do
a
you
guy
think you can
comes and grabs
do you think you can survive in Zim without knowing Shona? Because it also comes with public
people
transport.
do already.
Or actually no.
No,
Wait,
but
wait,
no,
wait,
I'm
wait.
saying streetwise. Like you go to town, you want to buy something. Do you think you can survive without Shona?
Actually no.
I feel
Because
like you can kind of low-key still get what you want, but it will be harder, and people will definitely come big and make fun of you.
And
Oh, yeah,
also
drink it.
besides making
No,
fun
but like,
of
I'm
you,
so far from it.
Talk about
Besides,
you don't
Yeah.
besides making fun of you, they can also like cheat you and be like, oh, this
Yeah,
one's
because
speaking
they
this
hear
Dutch
you.
and I am
But
Dutch."
you know what I don't understand is some Zimbabweans are like, hey, I'll never learn Shona, hey, I don't learn Shona. But
Really?
there are Chinese people who know Shona.
I think for me, it was,
Yeah, I
you
don't know.
back in sorry,
No, good.
I used to be very ignorant, but I'd say in the last like 2 years, every time I'm somewhere that's in town, I genuinely make the effort. Like I speak Shonglish. I can't speak Shona fluently,
Yeah.
but I speak Shonglish as someone who knows Shona.
Okay.
So they think I'm choosing to speak Shonglish.
Okay.
Or if I'm doing that, I'm speaking English in a very broken accent.
Oh.
But it's natural. Like when I'm in an in-drive, for example, and I know the guy doesn't speak very good English. I'll be speaking English like, you know, and the guy feels more comfortable. Yeah, good
That's kind of
conversation.
racist.
Yeah,
not,
I can't lie.
It's racist.
Because no, but the guy feels more comfortable.
Yeah, it's more comfortable.
As compared to if I come in and I act all bougie, all posh. Like some people actually they'll close up and you want to have a proper conversation because they
Yeah,
feel
yeah.
some sort of
Like,
But I've been in
superior.
one like that, and they actually, some appreciate it in a sense because then they get to learn. They'll be like, oh, so I can learn the thing. I've had someone ask to learn English.
Yeah,
this
but
is just
with-
become a
with-
reflex for me.
with things like that, it's different. I feel like you just have to be flexible because some of the drivers, they're cool. Some of them, they get immediately like turned off the moment you're
Why are
like,
you trying to turn the driver on?
not trying to.
Why are you trying to exactly? Why are you trying to tell me
Alright, alright. No, I'm not trying to. I'm not trying to. Alright, so I think like knowing Shona or at least understanding it is important so that you don't get cruel.
Okay,
I agree.
Yeah.
Saka, for the next 10 minutes, let's all speak in Shona.
You see now, Papo, hey.
Hey, but
Say that again.
So wait. The question then goes: why is there a gap between Uptown and?
Because we're different.
I think it's we
We're
are
different.
different and it's
Okay,
also
But
like-
I don't think we're different. I just think downtown people look and they're like, oh, look at this guy, and then Uptown kids look at this guy.
I disagree. I think it's experiences. Experiences really
What about
shape
the same
the person
experiences?
that
No.
you become.
Okay.
Right? So if you're from Uptown, you go to Dubai every end of December.
Yeah,
You experience all these things. You go to A schools. You do horse riding as a subject.
What's riding?
Like, you know, but then downtown.
Dara, this is not Uptown, this is Elite.
This is elite.
But it's still Uptown.
That's
Yeah.
Uptown.
It's still Uptown.
Nigga, that's heaven.
That's heaven,
No, but it's still Uptown, and then you
Yeah.
go downtown, and then you see kids. They walk long. They literally do. It's not even an exaggeration.
Yeah,
They walk
that's
distances to go to school. Sometimes their teachers bail, right? They don't have the same education that we get. You know, there's
And
also
more-
that criticism of, oh, I did Cambridge. And
Yeah, that's so low.
Yeah.
People don't belittle what is it called? Something.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I feel like it's also coming from
Justifiable.
resentment. People like downtown will resent someone uptown because they have what they can't have and they want to have what they
Yeah, and then
And then the uptown just don't care. It's like, oh, I have more than you, and like,
Yeah, there's
so
some
there
that
is a divide because of that.
Yeah, I don't know, guys. But I feel like genuinely, as much as you said, the experiences are different. But like we're the same people. Because it's also when we tune, like the way that we talk in slang, like hey tune, oh what's up?
some of them even speak like
Okay,
that.
not even that. Not even could they speak like that. They have their slang. Wow.
Yeah,
Because I can spit my experience.
What's up?
Yeah, that's so real. They actually
Because
Bro.
I posted a video on both my Instagram and TikTok just talking about I said what? When a girl speaks Zim slang, would you ever marry whatever, and I put like our Uptown slang.
Yeah.
So majority of those comments, half is like fine people agreeing, oh yeah, I'd never marry whatever. The other half is other people saying, this is no Zim slang, what kind of slang is this? I mean, I know she wangu.
So basically there are two types of slang. There's the Shona slang.
So that's why I'm saying, Gucci, as much as like downtown ones, they be like, oh, not downtown ones, even like middle class, they'll be like, slang game shy, slang game shy.
But I feel
But they also have their slang, bro. Like, come on, let's
You have you got
But
to do your
obviously-
guys?
No.
You with the slang, these guys, they'll literally have a full ass conversation about you and you won't know what. You guys, hey, he don't be there.
That was some racist. Hey, like just like they don't know this because they're looking at his skin, but this is not a black person. This is a white guy.
This is a white person.
Yeah.
Black, bro.
No,
We'll check his
aesthetically.
page. Yeah, aesthetic.
But can you speak Shona?
Look what?
That even sounds funny.
Yeah, exactly.
That even sounds funny.
So I mean, you're the only one who speak proper Shona.
no, I speak
Tap,
proper
tap,
Shona.
tap, tap.
But hey,
What
it's
I
not
told her
no.
Told her to.
Right, no.
Hey!
No, I don't want to.
On our favorite TV, yeah. Guys, what about Uncle Mama? Hey, hey, let me distribute the product.
Dude, let him distribute.
I don't trust these guys.
Just want to distribute.
I don't trust these.
Are we not saying
Uptown.
anything?
Talking about Uptown.
The salad for the
No,
salad.
Hey guys, this is downtown. It doesn't mean you can't.
Okay, just put everything on the table, yeah?
Yeah.
And just open it, Nick. Because there's options, yeah?
Yeah.
Where's the forks?
Ah.
Rocco Mama.
Yeah.
Yes,
You guys
yes.
don't know about Local Mamas, bro. You guys don't know.
You got the sauce in there, bro.
These got healthy options, bro.
Yeah, they got
Healthy
out.
options.
For our salads, yeah?
I was for
These-
allergy.
our salads, yeah.
Our salads, yeah.
Like, who's it against the salad?
Okay.
Thank you, Stu, bro.
Uh-uh. Hey,
Thank you for
Can I see,
all
what is this?
Okay.
Oh, these are the specials they have, guys.
You. Hey,
For
chicken.
the food which you are about to receive, Lord, I truly thank you for amen.
Amen.
Ah.
Thank you, Rocco Mamas.
It might be white, but
Alright,
nutrition.
so I have something to say. On that note, I feel like no matter how much you talk about it, there's always gonna be that
Is
division.
it spicy?
I used to get the spice.
What do you we haven't eaten it. What do you taste?
Guys, you're all blocking me from the
What?
phone. Damn.
That's what happens when downtown kids get tripped on.
You're smiling very hard. Very excited.
You see, they were laughing and then they're gonna think exactly
That's
what
fine,
they're thinking because we're laughing.
No, we're talking about us, guys. We're talking about us. We're talking about us.
Guys, back to the topic.
Okay, look at the joke.
I feel like it doesn't really, we don't
Keep it
see
close.
any divide because we're not necessarily uptown like that. Like we're in between. I can't act like I don't have family that don't all live in the
Yeah,
suburbs.
that's
Like there's still some
Exactly.
that are there and there's still like, you know, I've been, I don't want to say it wrongly.
I've been to the ghetto.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to say. Like I've stayed for a long time. And they're actually even fun.
I'm
Like,
in the
I
ghetto.
don't understand why.
But okay, what do you think we can do to fix this?
The only thing you can do is learn to accommodate them as much as you want them to accommodate you.
Yeah, that's fair though. That's
Treat others the
Let's
way
see.
you want to
to be
be treated.
treated. Yeah, guys, you heard that. Wise words from Anisha. Wise words.
Anyway.
But yeah.
No.
Because we've also seen that division when it comes to nightlife also. Let's be
How?
honest.
It's true.
Nah,
If you
it's
go
so
to a
true,
club
bro.
that's downtown, like, you know what I mean? Like,
If you go to a club that's even uptown, have you gave Kuti the owns? The oh my bad for the slang guys. Yeah, the guys,
My own, yeah?
yeah, the downtown guys will be chilling by themselves. And then the uptown owns are chilling by themselves. Why can we not chill as one community? Because we're all Zimbabwe.
We can't relate to each other, that's the truth. Yes, we can have conversation, we can be cordial with each other, but we can't force each other to all get along. It's never gonna be like that.
Okay, fair point.
And we need to be content with that fact. I think that the only thing that needs to be done is learn not to criticize each other. I think we should just be neutral and respect each other. If I say, oh, I grew up in the ghetto, don't give me a face, don't criticize it,
Yeah, yeah.
right? And if you say I grew up uptown, they shouldn't do the same. But it doesn't mean we're gonna relate to each other. It's just knowing that we understand each other.
Well,
On that note, we are going to divert to social media and how people have become less original due to the fact.
Yeah,
Let's go.
let's go.
guys,
Yo.
food, I'm hungry.
Can I have juice or something?
water.
Can I have juice?
It's expensive.
Yeah.
I'm not that dumb.
Ah.
Hey, don't be
Yo.
hey, boss. Okay. Social media. Think about social media. I think when I say people are trying to be less original is can we
Sorry.
right.
Hey,
I don't even think it's a thing about we can talk about influences that will influence, right? Where
guys, these girls eat.
Influencers that influence.
that's their job.
I
That's their job, right? Where they're big influence that inspire a lot of people, and because of that, the lifestyle they live, you want to live that life as well.
Yeah, that's true.
You want to live that life.
Okay, but there's also the pressure. There's also the pressure of posting cars, and I think people know I've emphasized on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you post cars.
I don't post cars.
You post cars.
Literally yesterday.
But on your story, there's a story right now.
Wait, which one?
With your
You posted 2 cars and none of them were yours. Wait.
No, it's my friends. I'm acknowledging he's done well.
You take him.
Huh? Yeah, I did tag him.
I didn't see it.
I tagged him. Bro, aren't you can tag someone below? I'm not gonna show his account.
Why?
Huh? Why am I not gonna show it?
Because you want
If
people
you
to
want
think
to
it's your car.
acknowledge that he's
No.
done well,
I posted. I was in a feed to the like straight after that.
2 cars.
Relax.
Oh, my bad. But anyways, yeah.
Okay.
No, I think like those things aside, when I talk about being less original, I'm talking about personalities. Everyone is trying to be like someone, right? And people are becoming less
Strong.
Action in 3, 2, 3. Wait.
J Darker Gate.
Okay, 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
A few moments. Hey, sit down.
You guys too hungry, bro. Rocco Mama. That's what it does to you.
A few moments later. G, what are we talking about?
Oh, you're talking about social media.
What about it?
Yeah, about the influences that. Yeah.
English shit.
I'm a down on the show now.
Bandos.
Down on the show now.
Bandos.
Yeah, my bandos are announced. But anyways, continue.
Can you give
You were the one continuing.
Bro, aren't you made the intro though. You made the intro. Yeah, you said social media. Why did you hand it over to me? You finished.
Yeah.
Alright, so we were talking about how it's made people less original, and then the last thing Jay said was when you are yourself, you attract an audience that is more loyal to you than when you're someone who pretends to be someone else and then has like 1 million followers, but they're ready to follow you the moment you say something that they disagree with. Yeah.
I think I can say, if you want to bring it home to them, I'm not gonna say any names, but there's a very big copy and paste culture in Zim content and influencer world. Everybody makes the exact same content.
Good morning, guys. So today we're going to be.
That's not copy and paste.
No,
that is copy and
That's
paste.
I'm not
okay.
really talking about that. I'm not talking about that though. I'm talking about the Zim, like when people talk about Zim content, because it's the same topics repeated over and over again, over the months, over the years. Like,
Yeah, but that's
repetitive.
For
No,
example.
because you know it's gonna blow up.
Yeah,
but
that's how we
Yeah,
like
for
it though. We
example.
like it messy.
No, but it means your face is relevant because whether you say it, someone else says someone, it's just so your content means nothing.
Can you give us an example?
Oh. Yo, all those content creators that there.
But I'm trying to say, like,
I do not want.
I am, but like, yeah, I don't post. I don't.
but what I'm trying to say is
Oh,
because without mentioning names, there are a lot of content creators in Zim that I know have a lot of followers, but not a lot of fans. When I say that, I mean like if they go in public, we'll be like, oh, isn't that the person that makes? Okay, yeah, and you move on.
Yeah.
As compared to someone who has fans where people will actually.
Actually, relate. So what's up?
No matter, that's the difference. That people, it's not like you have 20,000 followers because you're being aesthetic and because you're making the same content as someone else.
Oh, buy
People
followers.
want-
It's so easy to buy followers these days.
Fairs, how much is it?
It's so cheap, bro. I don't know.
No, have you noticed
Huh?
how
I haven't used it.
have you noticed how people are suddenly getting verified on Instagram?
Like, you know, it's now so easy.
So when you $70, $70 a month.
It's about a month.
$7 a month.
Because some people I'm like, what do you do?
I see a verified tag and then I open, then I see 300 likes, 300 followers. I'm like, yo,
You can buy
what's
it.
the point?
But I think it's now Instagram are trying to shift things just to look more professional. So even a person with 3,000 followers, every time you see their profile, mentally you're still thinking.
But to be honest with TikTok, if you buy followers, we can tell you bought followers.
Even Instagram you can.
Huh?
Yeah,
thanks.
because
Because
when
you know-
likes are like
Yeah,
not
take-
No, but
Followers,
hey, you guys need to understand. With IG, you can hide your likes, yeah? You can hide your likes. Listen.
Comments,
You
shares.
know now.
Yeah, you can hide your likes, comment, shares, right? With TikTok, yeah, you can.
No, but I'm talking about when they don't. You can.
Okay, yeah. But I'm saying with TikTok, there is no option of hiding. And the views speak for themselves.
You
Someone who
can
has
hide the
14K and then he has 100 views, you're just like,
Okay, well, let's talk about hiding likes then. Let's talk about hiding likes. Sorry. Really, yeah, talk. I want to
But I was
know.
gonna say, no, I was gonna say, why do people feel the need to hide them? I feel like when you do that, I don't know, maybe they are happy with the amount of likes they're
Yeah.
getting.
Yeah.
It's like, why do you try to hide? Like, okay.
Because I'm trying to make content, right? But then I'm not getting 5 likes. 5
It's
likes.
fine.
I'm not happy with it.
5 likes.
That's
No,
like-
but why are you hiding it though? If the thing isn't doing good, why not just take it down?
My order.
What is it? Take it
I
down,
need
bro.
the views and everything.
Yeah.
Like for example, like if you're scrolling on TikTok, right? I don't know. Excuse me. I don't know if it's just me, right? But normally, if I see a video with Zimbabwean and it's got like six likes, I don't care what the video is gonna be about. I'm
Swiping.
swiping.
I
I
don't
kind
think
of feel the
about
same with
Zimbabwe
highlights.
anyone and it's not a lot of
But I
likes.
also
like
feel-
it's not.
I also feel like when it comes to TikTok, like a lot of people will scroll and then they'll be like, oh, that's funny, and then they'll just scroll.
Nah, that's
No,
Instagram.
No, TikTok, trust me, people have pride.
It's
My
because
TikTok thing, my
I'm
finger
sorry,
always
my bad.
likes. I can't.
It's
like,
also
even
because
if I
of algorithms.
I think
Some
your
people
video is
don't
just
want to
unbelievable.
change their algorithms on TikTok because you know the moment you watch something for too long on TikTok or you like something one time.
What's wrong with seeing my face?
We're not talking about-
So much is wrong with it.
I saw that coming, I saw that coming, I saw
We're
that
not
coming.
talking about
That's
you,
what I
we're
come,
talking
yeah,
about
that's
in
actually-
general, you understand? But anyways, I wanted to then ask, how do you think, like, obviously social media has an influence on our generation, right? So like, how do you think social media has affected our generation?
Yeah.
I think it has.
Kyla.
My bad.
You can do it.
You can speak.
My bad, Kyla. My bad.
I feel like, alright, let me speak, I'm so tough. The social media era, I feel like everyone now has like, no one really has a personality for themselves.
Yeah, that's what.
Like if you look at,
No, except Jay though. Jay's personality.
Yeah.
Don't you please?
Mine is not. Mine is not. Let me
If
be
you look
honest.
at
Mine is
someone's,
not.
it is.
Cause like a lot of people that I see in person are like, yeah, this cow, man. She always, cause they. Wow.
Actually,
We
we
all
all
fake.
right now. It's faking it.
Yeah, I'm faking it.
No, but
But anyways, what I'm saying is, what I'm saying is, basically, what I say online, people think I'm that mean, and I'm not mean, but I'm just very honest. You get my point. So
So you
people
are mean.
think,
So you are mean.
I
No,
think
no.
you're just
If
very
you're honest.
direct or forward on social media.
yeah, I'm a
Not
bit
mean.
forward.
But
I'm not mean,
when I
I'm
was
forward.
streaming, that's not exactly what I was streaming. Because you at least you got your little niche. We a lot of content creators in Zim, they also do that stuff where they're being mean or they're venting or
Oh yeah,
there's a lot of them doing that.
There's a lot of them, but not a lot of them who are making.
Guys,
I can name them.
you
Right?
I can name them. There's
There's
you, there's
Cool.
Tapa
Okay,
TV,
Guys,
there's
we didn't even answer
Humanana.
the question.
What's his name?
No, but I don't do that mainly though. I do like.
Okay, yeah, that's
I'm not catching. I'm not
Okay,
catching.
guys, that wasn't a question.
But
Ask your
I was
question.
saying the effect that it has is like no one's really original. Because if you go on IG and you look at most of the owns our age, it's this picture, I didn't steering me with Panapa, also, or it's a picture of a car, or some aesthetic item with the
Okay.
light of a car.
Okay, so wait, my question is Zimbabwe open
Wait,
to
let's
new
answer
to
our
new
question
continents?
first before
Okay.
we
yeah, because it's
You
still
can
I
answer
feel
that,
like
yeah.
What
I
was the
feel
question?
like it's affected our generation both positively and negatively
Yeah.
because positively in the sense that there's a lot of opportunities that also come with social media. Like
definitely.
we were sitting at home just posting a picture and now we're like here, like type
Yeah,
there.
yeah,
And many
I get
people,
my point.
even in like for example America, people make a living from TikTok.
Yeah, people do.
Right, before that was never really a thing. Like people, you have to do a 9 to 5.
Even
Like, that was
SA
the
is
vibe.
doing good.
But I think one thing I feel should be normalized now on social media is encouraging people to be themselves. Because I can speak
Yeah,
on the
don't
girls.
let it-
Oh, you can.
But it's okay.
Yeah, she's pissed
I
off.
was saying no. I'm saying because I said positively and negatively, right?
Okay,
Because
yeah.
negatively, as in like people always feel the need to do what others are doing, but social media, you just post what you want. Like right now, I'm wearing makeup, I post, and then when I'm woken up, I don't post this, so you don't
So you
see
post
that. So
what
you
you want
feel
people
like
to
you have to be that type of person, and you have to have a body and BBL, like da 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 da, which is just an unrealistic standard.
I still have.
She's had enough. Yeah, girl.
Okay, so I'm gonna speak from a girl's perspective, where when it comes to down to earth basics, it's always like there's always an era. There's clean girl era, baddie era, this era, that era. Right now we're in the burgundy nails and stuff era.
One time we were on brows on fleek.
Exactly. And lashes and stuff like that. And then I feel like it then like discourages other girls from like being themselves. Obviously, like we can't separate the fact that in life there's going to be people that are very strong-willed, so they're not just easily moved by the wind. And then there's going to be people that are genuinely not strong-willed, right? And if they feel like they are behind a train, even if it's not who they are, they're gonna hop on that train, right? But I feel like just because everyone on social media is doing it doesn't mean you need to do it as well. If you feel like, no, this is not for me, then don't force it to be your thing, right? Because there's so much beauty in just being who you are. You were created as you for a reason. You are who you are, and no one else can be that person for you, right? So it's like, learn to set your own trends. If everyone is doing something, do something else. You understand? And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. If you choose to hop on a train, fine, good for you. But don't then like try to force it on other people.
Okay, so my question was, right? Is Zim open to new content ideas?
No.
Yes, exactly.
Because Zimbabweans are the first and easiest people to date.
I say yes.
Why?
Because this exactly actually is the reason why we're not open.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Literally, wait. Literally, just.
Wait, what?
No, because what you mean?
What do you mean by that,
You
okay?
didn't know the reason why people aren't gonna do anything. Like I'm saying, it really.
But you know what I mean? So I'm not sure to
No, but I'm saying the fact that
But you just said no, so you're
the
not
fact that
open already.
mentally you're
That's
saying,
one person.
because it's almost like you're saying, I'm never actually gonna try and introduce something new because it will never work. But you don't know until you actually. It really just takes maybe a lot of people, and it might take a longer time. But it really just takes people to just be like, okay, well now it's time to just change things up because people will adjust regardless, and it might be very difficult at the beginning because, like you said, some people. It's hard, but we can't be like this forever. You can't always sit down and be like, I want to make this content, but some people will do that. You just go stop being a baby.
It's like streamers.
No, that depends on what you want from it.
Yeah.
If you're making content just to make content, you're gonna make your content.
Yeah.
But if you're making content to get views, then of course you're gonna think about what people are going to like.
Definitely.
Yeah, and I feel like also I think that people these days just make content because everyone is making content.
I believe
There's
that.
actually
that's
no
true.
sole purpose. Like some people just think, oh yeah, I saw them making content, so
Let me
I'm gonna
try,
make
you know.
content.
My
I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I'm just saying, like, what is your purpose?
my very first big video on TikTok was me talking about. I said how a lot of girls would leave high school and start making the exact same content on YouTube, where it's like your aesthetic vlog.
Oh yeah, the vlogs.
I'm not saying. I'm not saying.
The vlogs, bro.
I'm not saying there's anything
Well,
wrong
that's
with that,
just
right?
good.
I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. But what I'm saying is, when you watch those videos, you can tell the majority of them, they're not making content because they're passionate about it.
Yeah,
They're
that's
doing it
sad.
because their friend is doing it and their friend is doing it.
Yeah.
And to make things worse, they'll think they're doing a really good job and going far because all their friends will be like backing them up. Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah, girl, get it. And it's like, it's not going anywhere. It's not original. Okay? It's not original. I made that video and I got called so bad. People are like, oh, YouTube is free. We can do what we want.
Wait,
And I'm like,
didn't that chick bash you? The one?
mention.
I'm not gonna mention the name, but I said didn't that chick bash you?
Yeah, but I mean, we're cool now. But point is, I then was explaining how it's like if I watch one video and I watch another video, I can't tell the difference between
Another
things.
thing is people do not like constructive criticism.
No.
Like how are
Yeah,
you supposed to improve if every time someone calls you out on something that you're not doing properly, you respond negatively? I feel like if you're someone who's willing to grow, you should be ready to receive some sort of constructive criticism. Yes, people are gonna criticize you every now and again, but there's some people that genuinely do want to see you improve. So if they say no, do this better, like actually look at it and be like, okay, consider it. Like this.
Yeah, but how
it's
many
also-
people say do this better? Normally they just say I will shine.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It's about the approach and the way someone comes and tells you, because it can be, what should I say? Constructive criticism, right?
Yeah.
When you're coming at me harshly, you're not trying to criticize me. You're genuinely just coming at me.
No, that's
But
what I'm
most
saying.
Zimbabweans
They're
talk
not
like that.
different.
Most Zimbabweans talk like that.
That's my thing.
That's
So
the
then
thing.
you can't take it as criticism. Yeah, okay. Like me, if you say that I don't care, I would also reflect on that. But for everyone, it's not that way. Like you just come and be saying harsh things. I'm just like,
Yeah,
damn,
obviously
like, you're
there's,
hating.
when it's constructive, there's a way it's delivered. And you
Yeah.
can tell like, okay, this person is actually trying to like
Help.
encourage me or whatever.
Just to ask you guys,
Yeah.
I'm now thinking, what's the difference between who you are and what you are? Okay, just to explain.
That's a nice question.
Yeah, just to explain. I'm a pompous person. I like to show off.
You know what that means?
But currently, currently I don't have anything to show off, right? So if I buy my new sneakers or if I borrow sneakers, then that's who I am now. I post that. So don't you think what people are posting, it's not, it's actually who they are. Not, and what they are living now, it's just what the situation is.
Yeah.
But what they post is who they are. What do you think about that?
Is everyone's phone ringing? Who's
His
ringing?
sister's calling him.
Oh, and your mom's calling you.
All over the gate.
Oh.
Hey, sweetie.
That's Malaga. What's up?
I'm not wrong, guys. Have you seen his sister?
We're in the middle of filming, so do you mind opening?
I'm
Bro,
sorry.
I'm sorry. These guys, what?
But it's a compliment.
Sorry?
It's a compliment.
Okay, I was saying, that's what I said before. People feeling pressure from social media is like I said, I post what I choose to post. So then, but then there is also a thing of reality and the ideal situation you'd like to have. I've always said money won't change me, but it limits me right now. Like if I had money, there are things that I would post or do. Like I would buy myself an expensive car. I would have a big house if I wish to, like type thing. Not that it would change the person that I am, but it is what I am right now. You just on social media you can't post if you have or brand shoes or something.
Could we say that people are posting what they're trying to see?
Yes.
Manifest.
I don't know with that. Do you then feel like there's such thing as right and wrong people to make famous? In that sense, because I can see, like I'm not gonna mention names, but I can see individuals, the difference between certain people, where okay, if this person gets up a little bit, they still the kind of person they are. Like I feel comfortable. I feel like I want to push them more because I'm not saying they're humble, but it's like they were born to be there. As compared to other people, they get a little bit of oomph. And immediately they're very, like you said, very pompous, very like they just want to show like I'm that guy. But you're not yet, at least that type of thing. So is there such thing as right and wrong people to make famous with? This person will just become a complete irritable.
You need to understand that industry because I feel like in the industry anyone can be cancelled for doing something that their audience doesn't agree with.
Yeah.
You know? So yeah, it's probably there to some extent because at the end of the day, it's your followers that are going to take it business. And so you kind of do have to be careful. And obviously, there's the people that don't care, but they're literally hanging out with it. Because how many influencers and even celebrities have we heard of that have gotten cancelled just because
like
of their behavior?
Yeah, that's what real question.
Yeah, I feel like you can't really decide what's wrong and who's right and wrong to like support on social media because you don't know they're gonna be that way until they get there or are getting there. Like I'm like this and then you make me go high and then now I'm deciding to go up
Be humble.
flex and stuff like that. But you don't know till they're there, so
Be humble.
it is what it is. That's when people get cancelled because now you're doing too much and people are like, no. Yeah.
What if you show your true self and people like they like they judge you for it, but then they kind of like look at Holy Tape, for example.
It's like
Do
we
they kind of
even
like it
use
though?
his sounds on TikTok.
Yeah.
Yeah, they like his songs, but like low-key, like if he was to go on stage, like ish.
You went on stage.
No, if you go on stage, me I'm singing some of the songs because they actually kind of.
Nah, but I'm saying the people throw bottles at him. That's
They
what
did already.
Do they?
Yeah,
That's
they did.
crazy.
Yeah,
Like, people actually do throw bottles.
We were backstage, right? We're like, I take when you're
Bro, like we literally had to join. And I was like, what did I do?
At first it was ice.
Ice, you
You
know.
know, like it just hits you, you're like, okay, it's kind of chilly. And then you just do.
That's what I'm saying. The way you behave is going to then like reflect how your fans behave with you.
Yeah, but some people like that.
Some
right?
people like
And some people will be like, because how's the first thing you say when you see someone? Looks like I'm singing one, my baby. You're boring.
Yeah, boring. Yeah,
Like that's the first thing that comes to your mind.
I know this isn't Zim, but I feel like a perfect example of a guy with an audience that's very, very loyal to him. Regardless of what he does, they've just loved that guy.
Kanye West.
Yeah.
Kanye West.
Kanye,
No, people are just amused
That's
by
a
what he
crazy
does.
thing.
Some people aren't even abused. Some people, they genuinely die hard Kanye fans to the point where they need to find some way to justify
What he does.
And
Yeah.
you see, I can't speak for him, but I feel like he just chooses to be who he is.
Yeah.
No, someone actually like there's a pattern. So normally when Kanye does something crazy, he drops when he does or says something crazy, he drops an album afterwards.
Yeah.
So it's like a marketing thing, which let me get people to talk about me.
So should you do crazy so that we promote ourselves?
I just swear.
Oh my bad. You can beep it out.
It's a bad child.
You are a bad boy.
You're a
Bad boy.
very
Alright, so
bad,
what
very bad
is
boy.
the conclusion on social media, its influences, and how it affects people's originality?
Before we get there, the question is, should there now be an age limit on social media?
Definitely.
I believe so. I know me personally, I don't know if my wife will like it, but my child, I don't want my child to be on social media before they're 16.
Okay, so do you think you can find your wife on social media?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's risky, but yeah. That's the age we live.
Okay.
That's the age we live.
Explain.
No, I'm just speaking from a safety point of view because of human trafficking and stuff.
But I mean, okay, let's talk about it in general.
Okay, let's talk
Find
about
someone
Yeah,
online,
but there's
they're
always that
mutuals.
risk, even if it's in person. Scratch social media, you can see it.
But I low-key-
Hey, boss,
Yeah.
let
Oh,
people
my bad,
finish
my bad.
talking.
My bad,
Yo.
my bad. I get caught up. I thought of something. Continue.
Yeah, my point is even if you see someone in the street, you can be walking, they just grab you. 1, 2, you can actually like you act like he actually wants you and you're in a relationship, then he traffics you. So it's not necessarily about social media. I feel like girls always just feel
Okay.
vulnerable to stuff like that.
Okay, so my question is, when you see, like, do you think we've gotten to the point where everyone is just dating someone, like, Malaka has been there, now I'm there, and then now, like,
The thing is, if you're from a small
yeah, Jay, you
community,
don't do anything.
if you're from a small community, right, you talk about Uptown and Downtown.
Yeah,
If
what's
you're
about
from
Uptown?
Uptown, you know okay, everyone knows someone that knows someone, right? So you're bound to link up with someone.
I will.
Yeah, I'm playing D. Oh, sorry.
Anyway,
Playing D.
What?
No, John. Continue.
everyone in the community will know someone who knows someone that you know, right? So I feel like you're bound to like end up dating someone.
Yeah.
That's rude.
That's
eh?
rude, bro. Let her finish.
So,
You're bound to end up dating someone who might have been someone who you have. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? The English is weird. But like basically, let's say I know Malachi, right? Malachi knows me, right? And then Malachi starts dating her. Right? It's an example. Don't worry. But you don't know that I know her.
And then you find out that.
And then exactly, then I find out. So I'm saying like, it's possible.
But some people actually know that like you've been together.
But it's also different
Yeah.
because, for
Like,
example, I can just be an acquaintance with her or we're
Yeah.
just cordial,
Like,
right? We're
for-
not very serious, and then she's dating
I know
someone. Then
best
I
friend.
date.
For example, no
Best
way,
friend.
so nothing. But I'm saying like, okay, for example, I'm not gonna say any names, but like basically remember like in 2022 when you just ended up being in the same environment with the person that I was talking to that time. When she just happened to be in the same environment with someone else's someone that I was talking to, right?
What?
Also,
I'm
like the
getting
three of you. I'm confused now.
Okay,
The three.
basically, I know Kyla, right?
Yeah.
Kyla went out with her friends, right?
Yeah.
And her friends were. No. What are you talking about? Okay, wait.
They don't like secrets.
Okay.
They don't like secrets.
Right? So, her friends, amongst that. Sorry. So, amongst that group was someone who was talking to someone I was talking to, and I didn't know that he was talking to someone else. And then she told me, she's like, hey,
Yeah, she
aren't
showed
you
me him and I.
yeah, she's
I was
like,
like,
aren't you
that
talking
nigga-
to
You
this?
guys were playing Chisheru.
No, I didn't know who.
Like basically, I went out right
Yeah.
with someone, and then that guy was there with another girl, and she was talking to him. Then she sent me a picture of him, and I was like, I know that guy.
No, but
because he
that's
was
Harare for
3,
you,
1, 2,
though.
3.
That's what we're
That's what
saying.
That's Harare for you.
That's
bro.
what we're saying.
Isn't that what you were
Actually, that's what
asking?
you asked. I'm answering.
I was literally talking. Okay, so apparently, girls from Bloeo are scared of guys from Harare.
Where did that come from?
Sources. No, I'm being, actually it's relating to the topic of, it's relating to the topic of their guys in Harare move around. That's basically what
I just say
Wait, is
that.
that-
You asked that the question.
We know what you're trying to do,
about
boss.
No.
dating with someone that they know or whatever. Like.
That's what you said.
What?
About getting with people that you know,
You
like
know
your
what
friend
you do.
knows this
Yeah.
person.
Oh yeah, I get
So
that, but I'm saying,
Harare
no, look, I'm saying that, look, listen, right, there's a persona that has been built on Harare guys are bad. Can I put it like that?
I've seen the things on TikTok.
I'm telling you, that's what I'm just saying.
Let me tell you,
what
people
I'm
on TikTok or whatever, a lot. They
Why are you two laughing? Bro? You keep quiet. You keep quiet, bro. You keep quiet. What did I do?
Guys, I'm
People are scared of you,
What did I do?
Jay can laugh. He can laugh.
What you mean people are scared of me? What did I do?
People are scared of you. He's literally crying because he knows. People are scared of people.
They're not scared of me. But
Yeah, they are. Hey guys, if you're scared of this nigga, comment down in the
scared of me how? I'm a nice guy. Scared of me how?
Nice guy.
Yes.
Should we open the dockets?
Scared of me how?
The docket.
If I ever
The dockets went
If
up.
I ever fought with anyone, scared of me how?
No, I'm not saying you fought.
Scared how?
Huh?
Scared how?
I'm speaking about girls. Look at the way he put out his tongue, bro.
I think we
Everyone
lost track. of
Yeah,
what
let's
we
go
were
back. Let's go
talking
back. Let's
Yeah,
go.
we did.
Because I don't know how we went from that to below here.
I've got no idea.
Yeah. I get it though. People on TikTok, have you seen those girls that, let me not say those girls, but a lot of girls from Zimbabwe, they'll be like, you guys are stingy and whatever, like people from Zimbabwe are
Who's mad?
and they don't treat you right and whatever. I
Stingy,
think boys from below, bitch, they
I can't talk
they're
about
in the
generic
streets
guys.
a lot.
I can't talk about other guys, but I didn't know Nyimanga. I won't even.
Yeah, I'm greedy.
I'm stingy.
I want to be greedy.
Huh?
I want to be greedy.
I'm greedy, guys.
I'm stingy.
I'm stingy.
And that's okay because I'm broke. I don't need. Like, Dina's a good Uber.
Exactly, we have nothing to give. What do you want from me?
You have my love.
Coming to us for it.
You have my love, but that's all you're gonna get from me. To be
Yeah.
honest.
You know, you feel me?
Just to wrap up, so the topic was about social media, right?
Yeah.
And you're saying people fake life on social media.
Yeah.
And you guys are on social media.
Yeah.
I would love to know one by one, why are you on social media? Yeah, ladies first. So I'll start with Anisha. A for startup. A.
Why am I on social media? That's a good question. I think I have come to a point where I want to really put myself out there and experience things like this. I enjoy talking to people. I enjoy having conversation with people and hearing their opinions. And to do that, I have to be more interactive. And social media is a platform for me to interact with people and put myself out there. So, yeah.
Right.
Copy paste.
No, I think I was kind of homeschooled like from like grade 5, right? So when I was first like introduced to social media, I didn't know a lot of people. So when I did get on, I started making friends and stuff like that. But then I grew to actually start enjoying it. Like I loved posting my fashion, my modeling and stuff. And again, like I had said earlier on, it also it also opens opportunities for you to do things like I want to model, a person can see because I posted on it. And again, like she said, I also like started to actually enjoy doing it. So that's why I'm still here.
Okay, Michaela.
Caramel.
Shouldn't G go first? He was on social media. Yeah, G. So mine is a long story. Yeah.
Make it short.
Okay. G. So basically, right, in 2023, right, I was a grown man. On Instagram, I had like 190 followers. And then I tried to slide on girls on Instagram. And because I had 190 followers, none of them would reply. So then I went to like to Derby Day and someone walked past and the boys I was with were like, that's Ningi. And I was like, I kind of want that. So I started grinding on IG and then I got more followers. And then I started posting like a story every day. So then there's a time when I would see like people just screen recording and posting on their story, my story. So then when I saw that, I was like, okay, then maybe let me do TikTok so that they don't have to screen record. They can start downloading. Maybe my content is fun. Then I started doing TikTok, and then I got some fans, and then I was just like, okay. So, you know, I was born for this. Yeah. And also, more people should see my face because I'm cute.
Please. You.
All right, Monashi.
Don't touch me, bro.
What's up, guys? Okay, so I started. The reason why I did TikTok and did Instagram was more of something I did for fun, yeah. But I also got criticized for it back in school, like by teachers, like you are writing, this, that, you're posting on TikTok, you're doing this, even classmates of mine bash me, da 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 da. So, the advice I would give to someone who's going through that, keep doing what you're doing. Because there are a lot of doors that open up from social media that a lot of old people don't know.
That's
about.
true, but also know when to give
Yeah.
up. Also
Learn
know
to
when
balance.
give up.
Learn to balance. Learn to balance. With school, I'm not saying drop school. I'm saying continue school, but you are allowed. Don't let people pressurize you from doing the things you love.
Sometimes let people pressurize you. Because I get what you're saying. Because even as well, when I started doing TikTok, people were like, I'm just removing what you say. You feel me? But then I've got one of my friends who I see he's been posting for a while, but none of his content is relatable.
Yeah.
And you can see it's not for you though.
Yeah.
Like, so know when to give up as well.
Yeah, I remember even the first video I posted, I got bashed. It was the okay, whatever.
Okay, yeah.
I got criticized for
Eh,
the
wabo.
Zimsek versus Cambridge thing.
Wabo, you know.
Oh, you sound so.
All right, Jay.
I don't know.
Then you close up.
Guys are saying, I generally just enjoy it, bro. Like, when I first started, I was like, I post a video literally every month just cause, and then eventually I really started probably last year, mid last year, and I genuinely just enjoy making content. Because for me, regardless of how many engagement or whatever I get, I genuinely just enjoy making
I'm
content.
cleaning.
And then also, like, on top of that, I think this year specifically, when I started realizing that there were people that I'm impacting, like inspiring people, that's when I realized that I think I genuinely want to do this like properly. You're my mic, man.
That's what I was telling you.
The people, hey.